Good afternoon, Senators. My name is Mark Bonkowitz, M-A-R-K-B-O-N-K-I-E-W-I-C-Z. I live in District 12 in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm here today to testify in support of LB 36 In God We Trust national motto. I'm testifying so that it will be displayed in every school classroom in the state of Nebraska, and here's my reasons for this legislation to do so. Our founding fathers and mothers risked their lives on rickety schooner ships to leave their homelands of Europe to come and settle America so they could have religious freedom. The majority of founding fathers sacrificed their homes, land, fortunes, limbs, and lives to fight against the tyranny of Great Britain, to start our country, to create our preamble, Constitution, and Bill of Rights. Our national motto is inscribed in gold letters above the Speaker's podium in the U.S. House of Representatives, and it's also inscribed on the walls of the U.S. Senate chambers. The national motto is permanently displayed in 92 Nebraska courthouses. Therefore, each school classroom is the next logical location for our national motto in Nebraska buildings, paid for with tax dollars. We teach our children in the public and private schools to live their lives with solid character, honesty, and integrity, which are biblical principles given to us by Almighty God. I urge you to vote LB 36 out of this Education Committee for floor debate, where it receives the scrutiny of questions and answers that rigorous floor debate can provide before it's passed into law. Thank you for this opportunity to testify on behalf of the Second House.
Thank you for coming today. Questions? Senator McKinney.
Thank you. Mr. Bonkowitz, I was wondering if you were aware that our founding fathers escaped religious tyranny to only come to America to enslave Africans, my ancestors, and they used God to do so. Are you aware of that?
Yes, I'm aware that slavery took place at that time, and I'm also aware of the fact that they did not invent slavery. I believe slavery goes clear back to the Israelites in the Bible who were enslaved by the Egyptians.
I'm aware that slavery existed prior, but...
I'm sorry, I can't understand you.
I am aware that slavery existed prior to slavery in America, but I just wanted to point out that our founding fathers and 12 presidents owned slaves, and they used God as a way to keep individuals enslaved. Would you not understand why some descendants of those enslaved individuals would have a problem with "In God We Trust" being inside of our schools?
I can appreciate that, and I have two thoughts. Number one is that I hope that they remember that there were 650,000 men who died in order to eliminate slavery. So that would be my response. The second one is that, you know, all of us have things as we're going down the road of life that we're offended with. You know, evolution is taught in the public school as though it's a fact. And evolution has never been proven to be a fact. And there are people who are offended by that. So there are just certain things in life that we learn that we have to live with as far as being offended. And I would also ask about the being the offended part. Is everybody offended every time that they pull out money and pay for goods and services? Because In God We Trust is on all of our money. So if we're going to be offended about a plaque in a prominent position within the school, gosh, I guess we ought to be really offended about all the money, and maybe we should be working to try to take it off of there.
I would, be willing to make that argument with you. I just don't understand why "In God We Trust" is needed to be displayed in our schools, especially with the history of this country and the usage of God and the usage of religion to further enslave individuals for hundreds of years. And that's all I got to say. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions from the committee? Senator Merman.
Thank you, Senator Walz. Thank you, Mr. Bonkowitz. Where do our freedoms and our rights come from? Is it the federal government, state government?
No, our inalienable rights come from Almighty God, and it's government's responsibility to make sure that we keep them that way.
Thank you.
Other questions from the committee? I see none. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you.
Next.